Because why should us feeling powerful or in control make us feel so scared as well? Things I want to talk about. For starters, look what I'm wearing. Look at tiny shorts. Monday, it snowed. Today is Friday, and it is now 80 degrees. Spring, what? Okay, sure. I love hot weather. It makes me happy that I finally get to have some sunshine and warmth in my life. So that's one subject. Another subject that I want to talk about is of a much more serious nature. It is about assault. Something happened recently, nothing too serious. I am not harmed. I am not. Anyway, it is what it is. Of a legal nature, it is what it is. But a man was walking in front of me. I was following relatively quickly behind him, heading in a similar direction. He suddenly stopped walking in his path, and as I was approaching quickly, darted around him. I did not run into him at all. He had no reason to be provoked by myself. But as I was dodging him, he decided to say, get out of my beeping way, beep, and shove my head. Again, I was not hurt. And does it sound like a smaller, lesser case? Absolutely. What I was assuming was going to happen was that my head was going to be pushed, because he used his left hand. My head was going to be pushed, and a right arm punch was going to be coming next. That is what I was expecting. That is what the energy read was telling me. So, the punch did not happen. Anyway, my response, granted I'm wearing all these coats. I'm not wearing this at all. I'm wearing all these coats. It's still freaking cold. It's like 8 p.m. on 125th Street in the middle of Harlem across from the Apollo Theater. Not that it's broad daylight, but it's peak human interaction conditions. But I spun around. As I was spinning around, I said, "Excuse me, do not touch me." As you can tell, it's not a very apologetic excuse me. That was a very warning, watch yourself. But I moved with the head push. Again, if I had just stayed rigid, then yes, I would have been hurt. Like a neck twinge, whatever. That's probably the most I would have had. If anything. But I moved with it, and as I was moving with it, I was turning and raising my arm for a few options. This was something I did naturally. This was something a split second. I'm moving, I'm speaking loudly, and spinning around at the same time. So, I'm spinning around, either intending for an arm lock, for a hand twist, reversal, or a preparation stance. He happened to have, again, because I was expecting his arm to maybe still be reaching out for a punch. He retracted his arm, so no lock or reversal twist happened. But I just instead stayed in a ready stance. A very slight ready stance, and I was I was ready to fight if I needed to. In that, I just looked him dead in the eyes. And luckily he did back off. His body language said, "Oh shit." He seemed really regretful of the action. So I stood there. Again, this only happened for a matter of seconds. I stood there just for a few more seconds to make sure that he was not going to rush me or approach me or try anything further, and then I walked away. In that entire moment, other people didn't exist. Again, I was essentially surrounded by people. But in that moment, there were no other people. I was solely focused on him and what he was going to be doing. And it's just a weird feeling. I was really shaken up by it, by his action and behavior, by my own action and behavior, because, like, yes, congratulations, Abigail, you reacted relatively well. Yes, I did. It's still scary to be scary, or feel scary or intimidating, and that sucks. Because why should us feeling powerful or in control make us feel so scared as well? How messed up is that? I'd been holding off making this video for like a week or two just because of how emotionally attached I was to the situation. Clearly I still am, but it is what it is. We should not have to deal with assault, whether it be male, female, somewhere, someone, something, somehow. It shouldn't need to be that way. And we shouldn't have to live in fear of the worst possible results. Again, this one, I guess, was the best outcome possible, but I was expecting the worst outcome possible. So that is my first experience with physical assault and the handling of. Ever since I've been training and going to the gym. In fact, I was heading to the gym that night. I was only 8 doors away. I was on the same block, but I was only 8 doors away from my gym. You don't really expect things like that to happen outside of the places you're comfortable with or familiar with. But there is that. So, takeaways from this situation. If you're experiencing assault or harassment or anything, yes, reach out to those who can help you. But at the same time, the best source of help and outreach is yourself. Use your voice, use your words, choose them wisely and in the moment. Your situation, you may not come out of it unscathed. You may be perfectly fine, but your emotions and your feelings are something that is also valuable and can be heard as well. So be safe, protect yourselves, and there are those who can help you. This is just one experience among many. But having those self-defense classes or options is certainly a great thing to have in your memory bank, should the time come. So y'all have a great day, and stay safe.